In progress.
So our next paper is May, June 3-2. The first question is from modulus. You know that, students, if mod of A is less than mod of B, then you can take square on both sides and just ignore this mod notation, okay? So if you apply this property here, you first of all take square on both sides. Then 5x minus 3 whole square less than 4 times 3x minus 7 whole square. Then a square plus b square minus 2ab less than 4 times a square, which is 9x square, plus 49 minus 2 times 3x times 7. So 25x square plus 9 minus 30x less than 4 times 9x square plus 49 plus 49 minus 42x. Then 25x square plus 9 minus 30x is less than 4 9s are 36x square. And then 49 4s are 196 minus 42 4s are 168x. Bring everything on left or right side. So the first will become 25 minus 36 will be minus 11 x square, and then minus 30 plus 168 will become plus 138x, and then 9 minus 196 will be minus 187 is less than 0. Then as we know that this is a quadratic inequality, and to solve the quadratic inequality, first of all, you will find the values of x. So you can do it either using calculator. Minus 187. First value of x will be 11, and second value of x will be 17 over 11, and this is 1.54, so this is less than 11. So now students, just draw a real line so that we can take test points. Just draw 17 over 11 here and then 11 here. Then students, we check these regions, either which region is true and which region is false, by taking values, any value before 17 over 11. So let's say if I take x is equal to 0 from the first region. So if you put 0 here, you will get only minus 187. So minus 187 is less than 0. By the way, students, you can take any value from this region. So I took just an easy value, 0, okay? Or you can take any value like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. So this is true. Minus 187 less than 0 is absolutely true. Again, you will take any value before between 17 over 11, which was 1.54, and 11. Let's say take 2, and now put 2 here in place of x. Then you will see something which is less than 0, and that will be, let me tell you, just take x equal to 2 and put this value of x is equal to 2 in above expression. So minus 11 times 4 plus 138 times 2 minus 187. So this is 45. So 45 less than 0 is not true. So you will write here false. And now you will take x is equal to 12 greater than 11. Now again put minus 11 times 12 square plus 138 times 12 minus 187, which will be minus 115 is less than 0. And that is again true. So we will conclude that the answer is x is less than 17 over 11 and x is greater than 11. Okay. Students, sometimes we don't need to check all the regions. If we use the concept of AS mathematics, ASP1 concept, then we don't need to do these two. We don't need to check these regions also. Okay. Just check any region. Let's say if I check the first region and that is true, and we know that using the quadratic, like solving the quadratic inequality, if the first region is true, then obviously the next will be false and the upcoming region will be true. So true, false, true, T, F, T, or F, T, T, F, T, F. These are the only two possibilities. Okay, so you don't need to check the region, all the region. If the first one is true, then obviously the next will be false and the next will be true. This is true only for quadratic inequality. Okay, quadratic inequality. So this is my final answer. The next question is from logarithms. Solve the equation this, giving your answer in the exact form. Now, let's combine all the natural logs. Natural log of x square minus 2. Write this 2 in the power of x. And then natural log of x square over 2. Here I use the property natural log of a minus natural log of b, which will be natural log of a divided by b. Okay. So now you can cancel these lanes on both sides. Okay. So the answer will be 2x square minus 3 is equal to x square over 2. Students, actually we used here the e in the base of lane. Like I just raised e on both sides in the base of natural log. That's why this cancel out. Okay, you cannot directly cancel lane. Okay, so 2x square minus 3. You don't need to explain this step. Just write the 2x square minus 3 is equal to x square by 2. Then 4x square minus 6 is equal to x square. Then 3x square is equal to 6. X square is equal to 2. X is equal to plus minus under root 2. Now, x is equal to 2 is the only answer. You have to mention that which value is final answer. Okay. Now, x is equal to root 2 is final answer. And what's the reason that x is equal to negative root 2 is not the possible answer? Why? Because if you put here in natural log of x, the negative root 2, let's say if I write natural log of minus root 2, this is undefined. If you put some negative value in the natural log, this will become undefined. So that's why we are just using the x is equal to 2, x is equal to root 2 as a final answer. So moving on to the next question, on the Argand diagram, sketch the locus of the points representing complex numbers satisfying this. So as you know that students, if mod appears on only one side of on Z, then this will be a indication that this is a circle. So to make circle, always try to write in the original in standard form. The standard form of circle is Z minus Z1 is equal to some R. So try to write this expression in the form of Z minus Z1 is equal to R. So in order to do that, just take minus common. So inside you will write minus 3 plus 2i is equals to 2. Now my center of circle is minus 3 comma 2 and my radius is 2. Now draw a circle here. -1, -2, -3, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, -2, -3. Okay. Now, where is your center? Center will be -3, -2. So here I have my center, -3, -2, -3, comma 2. And now draw a circle. Now draw a circle. So this will be my circle, and it has radius. It has radius 2. This is my circle. Center at -3, comma 2. Okay. So moving on to the next question. Also, students, write here y as I am z, which is imaginary part of z, and x as real part of z. Okay. So moving on to the next part, find the least value of mod of z for points on this locus, giving your answer in the exact form. Okay. So students, first of all, write the definition of mod of z. So the definition of mod of z is, let me tell you, student, here you will always have something which is subtracted from z. So you cannot see anything which is subtracting from z. So I can consider that this can be 0 plus 0i. Okay. So I can write mod of z as z minus 0 plus 0i. Okay. So the definition of mod of z is, not the definition of this is distance of this these z's, and these z's mean any number on this locus. This is the locus. So these are all z's. These are all z's. Okay. These are all z's. So the definition of mod of z minus 0 plus 0i is the distance of any z from origin. Why origin? Origin is actually 0, comma 0. Okay. This 0 plus 0i is here. So now tell me distance of any z from the origin. Now look at this locus and tell me which is at the least distance from the origin. This is the origin, and these are all the z's. So if you say, let's say if this is z, and you take distance of this z from origin, and again this z, if you take distance from the origin, so you can see that this is your required z will be at this point. Okay. This will be at the minimum distance from the origin. Okay. So let me tell you that this is the required z whose distance from the origin is least. Okay. Now, how can I find this least distance? Let me tell you the working. First of all, first of all, what you will do, you know that student, this is students, you know that this is your radius. Okay. This is your radius, and that is 2. Now you need to calculate this whole distance. So how can I calculate this distance? We know that this origin is -3, 2. Just take the mod of this center, and we know that the mod of center is actually the distance of any number from the origin. Okay. So let's write center, that is -3, 2, and write in the form of complex number. Now take its mod. If you take its mod, this will be 9 plus 4, that will be √13. Now this is the distance of the center from the origin. Now the least distance will be √13, okay, minus radius. So this is the required distance. Okay, least distance is equal to under root 13 minus 2. Okay, root 13 minus 2. How? Because this is the we have found that this is root 13, and we already know that this radius is 2. So calculate this blue distance. What we will do, we will subtract the we will subtract 2 from the root 13. So this, in this way, we will find this distance. Okay, so this is the least distance from the origin, from the locus, from the center. Okay, now the next question is from the trigonometry, and this is very students interesting question, because sometimes student cannot relate x with x by 2. Okay, there are like two different angles. So here we will use the special identity, two special identities I write many times. So let's say the first identity will be 2 cos square x, and that will become 1 plus cos 2x divided by nothing. 2 cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos 2x. So student, you can see the different like relation between angles. Here you have x, and on the right side you have twice of that x, so that will be 2x. So let's say students, in case if I write here 2 cos square x by 2, let's say if I write x by 2 on the left side, so right side, what you are expecting? Definitely you will say, sir, 1 plus cos twice of x by 2. So twice of x by 2 is just x. So if you make cos x as subject, what you will write? You will say 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is equal to cos x. So this is my value of cos x. Now just use that cos x here. So 2 times the value of cos x is 2 cos square x over 2 minus 1 minus cos x over 2 is equal to 1. So 4 cos square x over 2 minus 2 minus cos x over 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So write 4 cos square x over 2 minus cos x over 2 minus 3 equal to 0. Now this is again a quadratic equation. Four minus 1 minus 3. So first value of cos x will be minus 3 by 4. And second value of cos x will be 1. Next. Now you will see also the domain. Your domain is from 0 to 2 pi, which is the radian. So first set your calculator on radian, and it is already on radians. Now students, draw two diagrams. Now draw two diagrams. The first is for cos x is equal to -1, -3 by 4, and then cos x is equal to 1. So now cos x is negative in second and third quadrant. So now these are the two possible angles. Okay. So first of all, find the basic angle. Basic angle, which are actually these angles. These are students basic angles. Okay. So basic angle will be cos inverse of, just ignore the sign. You will not put negative in finding the basic angle. So shift cos inverse of 3 divided by 4. So this will be your basic angle, which is 0.7224. So basic angle will be 0.7224. Next. Okay. So next, let's find the first angle. this is my first answer. So the first answer will be x over 2 is equal to pi minus basic angle. Now, why I wrote for x over 2? Because my question has the angle x over 2. So students, sorry, this was x over 2, okay? This is not x, this is x by 2. So that's why I wrote here. This angle I wrote here, okay? X over 2 is equal to pi, this was total pi, and pi minus basic angle, which is 0.722. Now let's use calculator. Shift pi minus answer equals to 2.418 2.418, and now multiply it with 2. I don't know what happened. Shift pi minus 0.7224 divided by, sorry, multiplied with 2. So this will be 4.838. So 4.838. So I can write it as 4.84. This is my first value of x. Students, this is my first value of x. And now, student, look at this domain. Now, let's say, what is 2 pi? Let's calculate here. 2 pi. So 2 pi is actually, 2 pi is 6.83. Okay. So if you find this angle, if you find this whole angle, let me tell you what it will be. So x over 2 will be pi plus basic angle, which was 0.7224. And please do not forget that your domain was 6 point something, okay? So now find x value of x from this calculation. So this will be shift pi plus 0.722, okay? Then multiplied with 2, you will get 7 point something. So you can see that your domain is up to 0.83, 6.83. So just forget about the next answer. So only the first will be your right answer, okay? So this is my x. Now moving on to the next one. As I told you, student, that whenever you have cos x is equal to 1 or minus 1, this is considered as the special case. And special case means you will not use this like this diagram here. You will use the exact graph of cos x. Whenever you have cos x is equals to 0, 1 or minus 1, please do not find the basic angle, okay? This is considered as the special case. So now, when the cos x is 1, just remember the graph of cos in your mind. Let me draw the graph, but please do not draw the graph, okay, in exam. Just think of this graph in your mind. So you can see that cos x is 1 here at x is equal to 0. And then at here, x is equal to 2 pi. So these are the two possible answers. So, okay, so do not draw this graph. You don't have much time. So my first value of x by 2 will be 0. And my second value of x by 2 will be 2 pi. So definitely now make x subject. So x is equal to 0. And now if you make x subject, this will be x is equal to 4 pi. Student, please do not cancel it out, okay? This is not the final answer. The final answer will be 0. The final answer will be 0 and this answer, because 4 pi is out of domain, okay? But at least right at the end, final answers are x is equal to 0, comma, x is equal to 4.84. So these are the only two possible answers for the above trigonometric equation. So moving on to the next part, this is very, very interesting, student. This question is very, very interesting. The complex number 2 plus yi is denoted by a, where y is a real number, and please look at this, and y is less than 0, means the imaginary part is actually negative, okay? It is given that f of a is this. Find a simplified expression for f of a in terms of y. So first of all, right, student, what was your a? Your a was 2 plus yi. So just write f of a as, in place of a, you will write 2 plus yi whole cube minus 2 plus yi whole square minus 2 times 2 plus yi. Now, before, okay, let's write 2 plus yi whole square times 2 plus yi minus, let's open a plus b whole square. So 2 square will be 4 plus, students, when you will put yi whole square, this will be y square I square. So this will be minus y square because I square is minus 1. So I'm writing directly y square minus y square and then plus 2ab, which is 4yi minus 4 minus 2yi. Now let's write, now student, let's write this expression here for this because both are squares. So I'm using the answer here directly. 2 plus yi minus, let's open the bracket, minus 4 plus y square minus 4yi minus 4 minus 2yi. Now multiply the brackets. 4 2s are 8 plus 4yi minus 2y square minus y cube I plus 8yi minus, because 4y square, I square will become minus. That's why I wrote minus. Then minus 4 plus y square minus 4yi, then minus 4 minus 2yi. So now, student, look at this carefully and write the real part separately and imaginary part separately. So students, here you can see that 8 is cancelled out with minus 4. And then the real part you have is minus 2y square minus 4y square, which will be minus 6y square, and then plus y square, that will be minus 5y square. So my answer will be minus 5y square, my real part. And then let's let's find the imaginary parts. 4yi plus 8yi, 12yi, or I can say that this is cancel out. Let's cancel out these values. Okay, so 8yi minus 2yi. So plus 6yi, and then y cube I only. So minus y cube I. So friend, this is my answer. Let's write minus 5y square. Take I common. So 6y minus y cube I. So this is a plus iota b form. So now, given that real part of f of a is, this was your f of a. Now real part of f of a is minus 20. Find the argument of that a. Now real part of f of a, if you see the above expression, real part of f of a will be minus 5y square, and that is equals to minus 20. So y square is equals to 4. So y is equals to plus minus 2. As if you remember that y was less than 0, so you will take here only y is equals to negative 2. Y is equal to 2, you will ignore. Okay. So here you can see that sometimes we ignore the positive values also. So here I have ignored the y is equal to 2. So now my y is negative 2. So just remember that what was your a? What was your a? What was your a? A was 2 plus yi. 2 plus yi. So a is equals to 2 minus 2i. So now in which quadrant you can see a? Definitely x is positive and y is negative. So definitely you will see this number in the fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant you will find the argument on the clockwise direction. So argument of a is equals to negative, if you remember the formula, negative of y, which is 2. You will ignore the sign, 2 by 2. So if you use the calculator, tan inverse of 1 will give you 5 by 4. So student, this is your argument of a, which is negative 5 by 4. The next question is from iteration. Look at the equation, please. The equation cot x by 2 is equal to 3x has one root in the interval 0 to pi, denoted by alpha. Show by calculation that alpha lies between 0.5 and 1. So let's make a function. Let's make a function f of x, which will be cot x by 2 minus 3x. You can either bring this on the right side or 3x on the left side to make a function. Doesn't matter. Now put f of 0.5. Let's calculate this answer and then check f of 1. So how to find cot x by 2? In calculator, you will put the 1 over tan x by 2. Okay. So let's say 1 divided by tangent of x, which is 0.5 divided by 2. This is cot x by 2 minus 3 times 0.5. So you will see that this is 2.416, which will be positive. And then you will put 1. This will be minus 1.169. So change of signs. Change of sign shows that alpha lies between 0.5 and 1. Okay. Show that if a sequence of positive values given by the iterative formula converges, then it converges to alpha. Student, this is for 2 marks. It is hard to understand the concept behind this, but we have learned this concept in the class, that the meaning of this statement is like just forget about this iteration and try to make the original equation out of it. So let's say if you succeed in making the original equation from this, so it means that the root of this obtained by the iterations and the root of the original equation will coincide, means the same root. Both equations will have the same root. So forget about n and write x is equal to 1 over 3 x plus 4 tan inverse of 1 over 3x. So 3x, let me write here the original equation, which will always in your mind. Cot x by 2 is equal to 3x. So I want to make that equation from this. So 3x is equals to x plus 4 tangent inverse of 1 over 3x. So 3x minus x will be 2x is equal to 4 tan inverse of 1 over 3x. So 2x over 4 is equal to tangent inverse of 1 over 3x. So this will be x over 2. Now bring tan on the left side. So this will be tan x by 2 is equal to 1 over 3x. Just reciprocal on both sides. So 1 over tan x by 2 will be cot x by 2 is equal to 3x. So you see that this is the equation given in the question. This is the answer, okay? Now, use this iterative formula to calculate alpha correct to 2 decimal places. Give the iteration of each, give the result of each iteration to 4 decimal places. So, to answer this, let's write the iteration here. X n plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 x n plus 4 tangent inverse of 1 over 3 x n. Now take the initial guess, students. The initial guess, we normally take the average of the endpoints. So 0.5 plus 1 divided by 2 will give you 0.75. Now put n is equal to 0 in the above iteration. So you will get x1 is equal to x0 plus 4 times tangent inverse of 1 over 3x0. Okay. Now put student this 0.75 in this whole expression. So we have learned the idea that how can you do this, but please set your calculator on radians. So let's write 0.75 on the screen and then press equal. Okay, now your calculator has saved 0.75 as an answer. It is saved in his memory as an answer. Okay, now just press AC button and clean your screen. And now write 1 over 3, then bracket. Instead of x naught, you will press answer plus 4 shift tangent inverse of 1 upon 3. Then press again instead of x naught, you will write answer, close the bracket, and then again close bracket, press equal, you will get 0.80. You will have to give the answer up to 4 decimal places for each iteration. 0.8076. Now for x2, just press this for one more time. You will get 0.79. Now automatically calculator is taking the previous answer in the next one. Okay, 0.7911. X3 is equal to, press again, 0.7954. Then press one more time. You will see that x is equal to 7. X is equal to 0.7942. Then you can see that, students, in the last 3 iterations, you will see that up to, because they were asking us to give the answer up to 2 decimal places. So if up to 2 decimal places, the 2 consecutive values repeated. So you can see that this is 0.79 and this is also 0.79. So few students like get confused that says this 5 will round off. So to make sure, just do one more iteration. You can see that this is x is equal to 0.7945. So if you see the last two iterations, these two iterations, this will definitely give you 0.79 as the final answer. So this will be my alpha. Alpha means root of above equation. So moving on to the next, this is easy from derivatives. The equation of the curve is this, implicit differentiation. Let's apply the derivative on both sides. So derivative of 3x squared will be 6x plus, you will apply the product rule on that. So 4x as it is, derivative of y will be dy by dx, and then y as it is, and derivative of 4x will be 4. Okay, this is the product rule I have applied on 4x dot y. Okay, then plus 3y squared derivative will be 6y times dy divided by dx, and derivative of 5 will be 0. Now let's make dy by dx as your subject. So 4x plus 6y, take dy by dx common and bring everything on the right side. So minus 6x minus 4y, dy by dx is equals to, let's take minus common. So 6x plus 4y divided by 4x plus 6y. Also take maximum things common from the numerator and denominator. So you can see that I can also take 2 common. So this will be 3x plus 2y whole divided by, again, to take 2 common. So 2x plus 3y. So if you cancel out this 2, you will see the required answer. 3x plus 2y divided by 2x plus 3y. This is my derivative. Let's copy this. We will use this in the next part. Now students, hence find the exact coordinates of the 2 points on the curve at which the tangent is parallel to this curve. Now, as you know that the dy by dx is, sometimes students don't even know that what is the idea behind dy by dx. So for them, dy by dx is gradient of, they say that's gradient of curve. This is not true. Curve do not have any gradient. Line have, okay? So gradient of tangent line. This is the gradient of tangent line. So now, as the gradient of tangent line, like tangent is parallel to this line, and if you see the gradient of this, so this will be y is equal to minus 2x. So you can see that its gradient is minus 2. So it means that your gradient of tangent will be is equal to minus 2, because your tangent is parallel to this line, and this line has gradient minus 2. That is why both gradients will coincide. So minus 3x plus 2y divided by 2x plus 3y is equals to minus 2. Let's cancel this minus 2 on both sides and multiply, cross multiply. 3x plus 2y is equals to 4x plus 6y. Bring 4x on the left side. This will become minus x, and 2y on the right side. This will become is equal to 4y. So let's make x as your subject. So x is equal to minus 4y. So student, this is very important equation. Let's call it equation 2. Let's call it equation 2. And now you will solve these two equations, this equation and the equation given in your question. And that was let's write this equation here. Let's put this value of x in the question. 3 times minus 4y whole square plus 4 times minus 4y times y plus 3y square is equal to 5. So now this will become 4 square 16 times 3 will be 48. 48y square minus 16y square plus 3y square is equals to 5. And now 48y square minus 16y square plus 3 will be 35y square is equals to 5. So y square is equals to 1/7. I'm not wrong. So if you take square root on both sides, you will definitely get y is equal to plus minus 1/7. Please, student, do not forget to write plus minus all the time. Every time you will write, whenever you are solving x square is equal to some p, you will definitely write x is equal to plus minus. In this question, in our current question, we come across like these two expressions. X square is equal to, if I'm not wrong, I think y maybe y square is equal to 2 in some previous question, and I wrote plus minus root 2, and again in the current question. So you must have some justification to like ignore some sign. Okay, anyway, now we have y is equal to plus minus 1/7. Now again you will find the values of x. Now x was minus 4y. So if you write minus 4, one value of y was √7. This will give you minus 4/y, minus 4/7. And if you write the other value, so the point will become here. The point will become minus 4√7, 1/7. And if you write the other value of y, which was minus 1/7, this will give you 4/7. This means that these are the 2 points at which your tangent was parallel to the line given y plus 2x is equal to 0. The next is from differential equations. Sometimes students feel difficulty in this question. The variables x and y satisfy the equation. It is given that y is equal to 0 when x is equals to 1. Solve the differential equation, obtaining an expression for y in terms of x. Student, normally they ask to find the variable given in the numerator. Okay, this is my observation from the last 10 years past papers. So let's say if they are writing solve the differential equation and they do not give this explanation, still it is obvious that you will find the variable given in the numerator. Okay, and that is known as sometimes dependent variable. So let's apply the rules of differential equation. 4 plus 9y square times dx whole divided by e power 2x plus 1. Then bring 4 plus 9y square here on the left side. And then write 1/e2x plus 1 dx. Students sometimes get confused to how to integrate the right side. Okay, this is very easy, but you have to think about it. Also write this in the form 4 plus 9y square. Student, write the right side of the above equation as e raised to power negative 2x plus 1. Bring the power in the numerator. And now apply the integration. Now it is very easy how to integrate the e exponential function. To integrate the left side, please take 9 common. Never ever apply the, I know you are thinking about the formula a square plus x square dx. You are thinking about that formula, I know. And that is 1 over a tangent inverse of x over a. But make sure, student, that with x in the formula, you will see 1. Okay? In the formula, you will see 1 here. And in the current form, you will have 9. So take that 9 common to make it 1. That's why now in that condition, you will say, you can use the above formula. Okay? Take 1 over 9 common, like 9 common. And inside will become 4 over 9 plus y square dy is equals to the integral of this is e raised to power minus 2x plus 1 divided by the derivative of the power, which is minus 2 plus constant of integration you add in the denominator side. Okay, in the denominator side. Now also integrate the left side. You can see that this is 4 over 9. So I can treat it as 2 by 3 whole square plus y square. Okay. So considering this in mind, I'm writing the integral of this 1 over a tangent inverse of x, which is y, over a, which is 2 by 3, is equals to minus 1 over 2 e raised to power 2x plus 1 plus constant of integration. So this 3 will go here in the numerator. So this will give me 1 over, if I'm not wrong, 6 tangent inverse of 3y divided by 2 is equals to minus 1 over 2 e raised to power 2x plus 1 plus constant of integration. Let's apply the condition. The condition was x1 y0, x1 y0. So if you put, student, please do not write this step. Okay, do it like in your mental map. If you put y0, tan inverse of 0, you can, using the calculator, you can see that this is 0. So left side will become 0. Okay. So x is 1. So minus 1 over 2 e raised to power 3 plus c. So c will be 1 over 2 e raised to power 3. So this is value of c. Use this value of c in above expression. 1 over 6 times tangent inverse of 3y divided by 2 is equals to the value of c right first because it is positive. 1 over 2 e cube minus 1 over 2 e raised to power 2x plus 1. Multiply 6 on the right side. Three over e cube minus 3 over 2e2x plus 1. 3y over 2. I wanted to make y as subject. So 3 over y cube minus 3 over 2 e raised to power 2x plus 1. Y is equals to 2 by 3 tangent of 3 over e cube minus 3 over 2 e raised to power 2x plus 1. Student, this is my final answer. This is my final answer. So state what happens to the values of y as x tends to infinity. as x tends to infinity. So what happens to value of y when x becomes infinity? So this is more than like a verbal answer. Student, if you take x negative in x infinity, what will happen to this expression? As you know that e raised to power 2 times infinity plus 1 will give you e raised to power infinity, and e raised to power infinity is infinity. And with 2 times infinity will again become infinity. So the 3 over infinity will become 0. As you know that some finite over infinity will give you 0. So as a result, you will have only this expression. As a result, you will have only this expression. Okay. So as x goes to infinity, y will goes to like approaches. This arrow means y approaches, or sometimes student write equal to, that doesn't matter also. So y approaches to 2 by 3 tangent of 3 divided by e cube. This is my final answer. So the next question is from the partial fraction, and this is case 2. Now put x is equals to, now put 1 plus 2x equals to 0. X will, this comes from the denominator of a, okay? So x is equals to minus 1 over 2. Now put this value here in the calculator. So 2 times minus 1 divided by 2 square plus 17 divided by plus 17 times minus 1 over 2 minus 17. So the left side is minus 25. Do not waste your time in writing. And then if you put minus 1 over 2 here, these two expression will become 0. So this is 0. So you will have only this thing. So 2 minus minus 1 over 2 whole square will give you 2 plus 1 over 2 whole square. This will be 5 over 2 whole square. That will be 25 over 4. This was my mental maths. So 25 over 4 times a. So you can see that a is minus 4. A is minus 4. Now put the 2 minus x equal to 0 below b. So this will give you x2. Now put this value of 2 here using calculator. 2 times 2 square plus 17 times 2 minus 17. So the left side is 25. And right side, if you put 2, this and these, the first two expression becomes 0. And x equal to 2 here will give you 5c. So 5c, so c is just 5, 25 by 5. So to find the third constant, that was b, you multiply the above equation. So that is 2x square plus, because you cannot put some quadratic thing equal to 0. So a times a square, which will be 4, plus b square which will be x square minus 4x plus b times 2. 2 2s are 4x minus x will be 3x minus 2x square plus c times 1 plus 2x. So coefficient of x, let's compare. Then you can compare any power, okay? So left side is 2 and right side is a minus 2b. So my a was minus 4. So 2 plus 4, 6 over minus 2. So easily you can see that this is minus 3. Please write your values in boxes so that you can use them in the next parts. Also, students, put these values in the above expression to give them the final answer. Minus 4 over 1 plus 2x plus b over 2 minus x plus c over 2 minus x square. This was my f of x after using the values. Now we have to hence show that the integral of the above function is this. Now you will have to integrate this thing, students. Now we will integrate this part. So integral of the integral of first part will be 0 to 1. The integral of first part will be 4 natural log of 1 plus 2x divided by the derivative of 1 plus 2x, that is 2. Then minus 3 times natural log of 2 minus x divided by the derivative of 2 minus x, that is minus 1. So instead of writing minus 1 in the denominator, let's make this previous minus as plus, and then plus 5 times, apply the power rule on 2 minus x power minus 2. So that will be minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1. And the derivative of 2 minus x, which will be minus 1. Okay. Now you will apply the limits, which is 0 to 1. Let me write the expression in decent form. So minus 2 natural log of 1 plus 2x plus 3 times natural log of 2 minus x minus plus 5 divided by 2 minus x. Let's put limit in this expression. But please, student, you have just few lines left. Okay, please do not put the limit. Use calculator either, okay? Put 1 here. 2, 1 plus 2 plus 1, 3. So minus 2 natural log of 3 plus, if you put here 2 minus 1 natural log of 1 using calculator, and that is very famous value, natural log of 1 is 0. So this becomes 0. If you put 1 here, 2 minus 1 is just 1, so plus 5. This is the above limit, upper limit. And then if you put 0 here, so this is natural log of 1, which is again 0. Forget about this thing. This is 0. So this is 3 natural log of 2. Then if you put 0 here, this is 5 by 2 plus 5 by 2. So minus Bring 2 in the power. So this will become minus 9 plus 5 minus bring 3 in the power. So natural log of 8 minus 5 by 2. Let's combine both liens together. Lien 9 plus lien 8 and take minus common, and plus 5 minus 5 by 2 will be 10 by 5 by 2, yes. So 5 by 2, and then you know that lien of A plus lien of B will be lien of A times B. So this will become natural log of 8 times 9, which will be 72 plus 5 by 2. And I think this is the required form. 5 by 2 minus natural log of 72. So the next question is from the integration. Find exact coordinates of M where M is the maximum point. So to find the coordinates of maximum point, you all know that we have to put derivative equal to 0. So let's say find derivative first of all. First function as it is, derivative of second function plus second function as it is, derivative of first function. X plus 5, derivative of that will be 2 times 1 over 2, 3 minus 2x into minus 2. This is the derivative of power, okay? I just wrote it directly. Please understand this, students. And then plus 3 minus 2x, derivative of x plus 5 is just 1. This can cancel this 2 here. And then x plus 5 over 3 minus 2x under root plus 3 minus 2x. Let's take LCM here. And this will become, I think I know that 2 times root will be just 3 minus 2x. Minus x minus 5 plus 3 minus 2x over root 2 over root of 3 minus 2x. So this will be minus 3x minus 2 divided by 3 minus 2x. You can see that there is no place. Okay, so please do not write all the steps, just like me. This is my final answer, students. The answer for dy by dx. Now put dy by dx equals to 0. You will definitely get minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to 2 over minus 3. And now put this value of x in y, which is x plus 5. X plus 5 times under root 3 minus 2x. 3 minus 2x. So y is equals to minus 2 by 3 plus 5. So 5 minus 2 by 3. 5 minus 2 by 3 will be 13 by 3. And inside is 3 plus 4 over 3. That is 13 by 3 again. So if you put this value in calculator, 13 over 3. I want to see, because most of the students use calculator. So I want to see what calculator will show. 13 over 3 times root 13 over root 13 divided by root 3. So this is the answer which calculator is showing. Student, it doesn't matter if you use this answer as a final one, okay? That also doesn't matter. So my point of and my coordinates of M will be use the substitution. U is equal to 3 minus 2x. Find by integration the area of the shaded region bounded by the curve and the x-axis. Give your answer in the form of a root 13. So let me see what is your area. Student, they're asking about this area, okay? So first of all, let's see the limits. What are your limits here? So in order to find these limits, let's put this curve equal to 0. This is, by the way, part of question, but I'm doing it here. Put y equal to 0. So x plus 5 times 3 minus 2x equal to 0. So x is equals to minus 5 and x is equals to, let me tell you that how I'm doing this. So 3 minus 2x is 0. So x is equals to 3 by 2. So these are the possible values of x. And now the area integral is minus 5 to 3 by 2 times x plus 5 into under root 3 minus 2x dx. Student, this is my area integral. Let me copy this integral. This is my area integral, okay? And now, so student, this is my area integral. By the way, the meaning of substitution method is, the reason behind substitution is, students, if you deeply look at this integral, in your A levels, up to your A levels, you cannot integrate this integral without substitution. So this is the reason why they give you the substitution, okay? If you look at this integral, other than substitution, you cannot integrate this directly by your traditional methods like power rule, like the by parts integral, partial fraction, or anything like trigonometry. You cannot integrate this thing, okay? So let's apply the substitution now. Now substitution is u is equal to 3 minus 2x. The first step will be the derivative of substitution, which will be minus 2. Now write du is equals to minus 2 dx minus 1 over 2 du is equal to dx. Always make d of dx as your subject. Now dx is subject. This is step 1. Step number 2 is limits. Put x is equals to negative 5. U will become 13. Minus 2 times minus 5 is plus 10 plus 3 is 13. And if you put x is equals to 3 by 2, your u will be 3 minus 3 will be 0. So your integral, you can also call it I. Your integral will become minus 5 gave you 13 and 3 by 2 gave you 0. Now x plus 5. Now what is my x? Student, let's find x from this part. So this is u. Again, please use maximum of your mental math. Do not write all the things on the page, okay? So let's write it here, 3 minus 2x. So 2x is equal to 3 minus u. So x is 3 minus u over 2. So this is my value of x. So x is 3 minus u divided by 2. Okay. Plus 5 times 3 minus 2x is u. And what is dx? Dx is du over minus 2. So right here. So then bring all the constants outside the integral. So bring minus 2 outside the integral, then 13 to 0. 3 minus u plus 10 over 2 under root u du. Then this will become minus 1 over 4 root 13 to 0. 3 plus 10 will be 13 minus u times u. Now, again, students, after substitution, make sure that the integral which you will get after substitution, you definitely know how to integrate. So please do not get confused and use your methods that you must know how to integrate this. Okay. After substitution, the Cambridge is expecting from you that you can integrate this thing now. Now multiply root u inside. U time u, root u is u power 3 by 2. Now integrate this. Minus 1 over 4, 13 u power 1 over 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2, 2 by 3 minus 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2, 2 by 5, 13 to 0, then minus 1 over 4, upper limit is 0, 0 minus 0 will become 0, minus lower limit will give you 13 to the 26 over 3, then 13 power 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5, 13 power 5 by 2. Now, students, this will confuse you. Like 26 over 3 times 13 power 3 by 2. This will be root 338 root 13 over 3. Okay. So minus, or if you understand this minus will make this positive, so I'm doing that. So 338 root 13 over 3, then minus 2 by 5, 13 power 5 by 2. Three 38 root 13 over 3. Oh my God, this is 5. So student, this is 5. Okay. Now you can see that this part is common. This part is common. So all you remaining is 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5. Just do it in calculator. So 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5, 2 by 15. So my final answer, which I will get, is 1 over 4, 2 by 15, 338 root 13, 1 over 4 times 2 by 15 times 338, which will be 169 over 15 into under root 13. This will be my final answer. This will be my final answer. Okay. So the next part is from vectors. The position vectors A and B have the points A and B have position vectors given. The line L has equation this. Show that L does not intersect the line passing through A and B. show that L does not intersect the line passing through A and B. So student, do not solve the question of vectors without diagram. Draw some expected diagram, and let's say this is the line. This is the line L, and this equation is given. Now, these are the 2 points A and B. Okay. So let's say this is point A and this is point B. Okay. Now call it, let's say M, line M. Now I want to find the, first of all, line M. So how I will find this? First of all, let's find the directional vector, which will be AB. Now AB means position vector of second minus position vector of first. Now 2I minus j plus k minus I plus 2j minus 2k. 2I minus I will be I, minus j minus 2j will be minus 3j, k plus 2k will be 3k. This will be my direction vector. And now the equation of the line M will be any point, let's say AB, A or B. So I'm using A, I plus 2j minus 2k plus lambda times directional vector, which will be I minus 3j plus 3k. So now show that L does not intersect the line passing through A and M. How to show that? Let's write the both equations in column form. X, Y, Z. First of all, I'm writing the line L in the form of column vector. So this will be 1 plus 2 mu, if you understand, minus 1 minus 3 mu, and then 3 plus 4 mu. Again, line M in X, Y, Z is equals to 1 plus lambda, 2 minus 3 lambda, minus 2 plus 3 lambda. So let's equate X, Y, Z. Let's equate 1 plus 2 mu is equals to 1 plus lambda, minus 1 minus 3 mu is equal to 2 minus 3 lambda, and 3 plus 4 mu is equal to minus 2 plus 3 lambda. Now the students solve these three equations you have for two variables. You can just ignore one equation and solve the other two. So I'm solving first two equations, okay? So from first equation, you can see that lambda, you can cancel this one on both sides. So lambda is equal to 2 mu. Put this value of lambda in the second equation. Minus 1 minus 3 mu is equals to 2 minus 3 times 2 mu. So minus 1 minus 3 mu is equals to 2 minus 6 mu. So this will be 6 mu is equal to 2 plus 1 will be 3. So mu will be 1. That's why lambda will be 2 times mu means 2 times 1 will be 2. So anyway, mu is 1 and lambda is 2. Now again, line L, line M, X, Y, Z. Now what is line X? Line L. This is X of line L. So mu is 1. If you put 1 here, you will get X is equal to what? X is equal to 3. If you put mu in the second, you will get Y is equals to minus 4. And mu in the third will give you Z is 7. And again, line M, line M has X 1 plus lambda. So 1 plus 2 will be 3. Y is 2 minus 3 lambda. So this is again minus 4. But if you find Z, so 2 3s are 6, minus 2 is 4. So students, you can see that two lines have different point of intersection. Okay, like X and Y are same, but Z is different. So you can think in your mind that two lines cannot intersect, because if two lines intersect, definitely their X, Y, Z will be same as their X, Y, Z. Means X is equal to X, Y is equal to Y, Z is equal to Z in case when they intersect. So if they are different, it means that the lines do not intersect. Okay. So conclusion, lines do not intersect. You got my point? So find the position vector of the foot of the perpendicular from A to L. Foot of the perpendicular from A to L. Now again, students, let's draw expected diagram and draw the line L. So what was L? L was the original line given in the question. Okay. Now let's say take anywhere point A. Okay. Now draw a perpendicular from A to L, and that is perpendicular. And let's call it point P. Okay. And this is O. Okay. You know that from O to P, you know that if P is a point on L, then its position vector OP will be the line itself. Will be the line itself. Any point on the line L will have the coordinates, will be line itself. Okay. So what is OP? And the position vector of OP will be the line L itself. Now, this is my line 1 plus 2 mu, 1 plus 2 mu, minus 1 minus 3 mu, 3 plus 4 mu. Now, students, if you calculate AP or PA, that doesn't matter. Let's calculate AP. Now, AP means OP, second position vector minus first position vector. Now, what is OP? OP is 1 plus 2 mu, minus 1 minus 3 mu, 3 plus 4 mu, minus what was your OA? OA was given in the question. This is your OA. 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2. 1, 2 minus 2. So the answer will be 1 minus 1. This will be 2 mu, minus 3 mu, and 3 minus plus 5 plus 4 mu. Now you can see that student AP is perpendicular to, this is perpendicular. AP is perpendicular to line L. You can see from this diagram that AP is perpendicular to this line L, and L has the position vector. Who will tell me what is the position vector? Like, what is the directional vector of line L? The directional vector of line L is this vector. Okay, this has the same direction as L. So if AP is perpendicular on L, then definitely AP is perpendicular on this vector. So 2i minus 3j plus 4k. 2i minus 3j plus 4k. Line L is perpendicular to this vector. Okay. This is the main concept. Please learn this concept, students. Because I'm again saying AP is perpendicular to line L, and L is parallel to this vector. So it's mean AP is perpendicular to L. It definitely means AP is perpendicular to any vector parallel to L, and that is this vector is parallel to line L. So when two vectors are perpendicular, you know that their dot product is 0. So write 2 mu minus 3 mu, 5 plus 4 mu, dot, you know that what is dot product? 2 minus 3, 4 is 0. So it's mean that 2 times 2 mu is 4 mu. Minus 3 times that will be plus 9 mu. 4 times 5 will be 20 plus 16 mu is 0. So 4, 16, 20, 29. 29 mu. 20 plus 9 will be 29 equal to 0. So you can see that mu is minus 1 here. So look at the question again. Find the position vector of the foot of the perpendicular. Now this is the perpendicular and this P is foot of perpendicular. Now the position vector of this P is this vector. Now use that value of mu here. Use this mu here in OP. So OP will be OP will be minus 1 here, will give you a minus 2 plus 1 will give you minus 1. And then minus 1 minus plus 3 minus 1 will be 2, and then minus 1. So student, this is my position vector of foot of perpendicular. Minus 1, 2, minus 1. Okay, students, we'll see you in the next paper, and that will be May, June 3 of 2023.